Podcasts have become a powerful medium for educating and inspiring people in various fields, including personal finance. The podcast industry has exploded with growth, and that growth has extended to podcasts about investing and finance as well. If you are looking to make your first budget, manage your debt, save for retirement, or navigate buying a home, here are 10 personal finance podcasts to consider. But before that, watch the video till the end and subscribe to our channel now. Also, press the bell icon for more useful future updates. Let's get started. Number 10, Planet Money. Planet Money on NPR is a riveting personal finance and economics podcast that provides its listeners with information that is both informative and entertaining twice a week. The show was initially aired in 2008, just after the turbulent financial crisis, and it soon garnered popularity as it tried to simplify sophisticated financial and economic principles. The show's introduction coincided with the beginning of the Great Recession in the United States. The bright minds behind the program come up with novel techniques regularly to explain these difficult ideas. The outstanding hosts, including Amanda Aronczyk, Mary Childs, Jacob Goldstein, and Robert Smith, jointly bring their knowledge and fascinating opinions to the forefront, leading listeners through this educational trip. Number 9, Count Me In. Through the helpful podcast Count Me In, from the well-known Institute of Management Accountants, you can learn about the exciting world of accounting and business. This interesting series brings together seasoned financial professionals from all over the world to talk about how top businesses are navigating the constantly changing worlds of technology, accounting, and finance. This podcast is a great way to learn a lot, whether you are just starting in your career or want to stay ahead of the field. For people who are just starting, it's a good way to learn about important ideas that can help your job. Meanwhile, seasoned experts in the financial sector can learn a lot from this talk. They can get an insider's look at how other successful organizations are dealing with challenges and changes in the industry as a whole. Number 8, The Money Guy Show. Brian Preston and Bo Hansen offer advice to help audiences make wiser financial decisions in their 1-hour episode of every podcast. As financial planners and wealth administrators, Brian and Bo have a wealth of knowledge to impart. From investment strategies to retirement planning, tax advice, and wealth-building techniques. The Money Guy Show covers a vast array of topics to assist audiences in making prudent financial decisions. This podcast is distinguished by its ability to simplify complex financial concepts into readily digestible and relevant content. Whether you're a financial novice or a seasoned investor, The Money Guy Show is a must-listen podcast. Number 7, Brown Ambition. Brown Ambition is a captivating podcast hosted by longtime friends Tiffany Alish and Mandy Woodruff. This dynamic duo fully combines thought-provoking discussions on relevant money matters with an enjoyable and engaging conversational style, with a particular emphasis on addressing the specific hurdles faced by women of color. The podcast delves deep into important topics like conquering debt, establishing enduring generational wealth, and achieving financial freedom. Tiffany and Mandy effortlessly create an inviting and relatable atmosphere, openly sharing their own experiences while also featuring knowledgeable guests who provide additional wisdom and expertise. Number 6, Afford Anything. The famous host of the podcast Afford Anything, Paula Pant, has a unique way of doing things that makes her stand out from other speakers. Paula goes into depth about how important it is to be financially independent and to live a life that is in line with one's values. She talks with people about a wide range of topics, such as investing in real estate, starting a business, and living mindfully. In Paula Pant's thought-provoking interviews, she talks to a wide range of people, such as business owners, retirees, millionaires, and investors, who talk about the difficulties of finding a good balance between work and life. By giving helpful advice, she gives her audience the tools they need to better handle their resources and find balance in their daily lives. Number 5, Bigger Pockets Money. Mindy Jensen and Scott Trench collaborate as hosts on the popular podcast Bigger Pockets Money, where they engage in conversations with thought leaders to delve into the strategies for increasing income, maximizing savings, making wise spending choices, and ultimately building wealth. Through these insightful dialogues, Bigger Pockets Money equips its listeners with practical advice and guidance to improve their financial situations. Mindy and Scott's synergy as co-hosts creates a dynamic and engaging atmosphere that enhances the overall listening experience. The Bigger Pockets team, including Scott, Mindy, and other members, diligently curates relatable topics and guest speakers, inspiring listeners and instilling the belief that they too can achieve financial success. Number 4, So Money. Farnoosh Torabi is a respected financial reporter, an accomplished author, and a charismatic TV host. She has honest talks about personal finances with well-known business people like Arianna Huffington, Seth Godin, and Margaret Cho without being afraid to do so. Because she knows a lot about the topic and cares about it, each episode of her show, So Money, is exciting and educational to listen to. So Money is a must-listen for anyone who wants to learn about money or get inspired by the stories of everyday winners. Number 3, Motley Fool Money. On their show, Motley Fool Money, Chris Hill, an analyst at the Motley Fool, and other guests discuss the week's major topics in business and stock investing. Then analyze the news stories in terms of the potential positive and negative implications those articles may have on investors, and then provide recommendations for stocks that have the potential to benefit from the events. The show does an excellent job of educating investors while at the same time offering them remarkable practical knowledge and analysis on breaking business events and investment opportunities. Listeners are introduced to fields and businesses they may not have been familiar with before listening to the broadcast. Number 2, the Clark Howard Podcast. Like Dave Ramsey, Clark Howard is a nationally syndicated radio talk show personality who has transitioned to the podcasting medium with his show, the Clark Howard Podcast. Clark Howard, who hosts a nationally syndicated radio program and works as a TV news consumer reporter, encourages his listeners to take charge of their financial futures by sharing his knowledge of money-saving strategies, product reviews, special offers, and economic developments. The purpose of his podcast is to assist listeners save money and avoid rip-offs so that they may achieve their financial goals and maintain a healthy financial lifestyle. Number 1, The Ramsey Show. You've probably heard of Dave Ramsey, or at least his company, Ramsey Solutions, if you've done any online research into personal finance. This is because Dave Ramsey is among the most well-known names in the field of personal finance. The Dave Ramsey Show, Ramsey's podcast, is simply one of many produced by Ramsey Solutions. Dave Ramsey's daily radio and podcast show offer financial and life advice. He answers phone calls from listeners who want to know how to get out of debt and start investing for the future. Dave has started to remove himself from the discussion a bit from the show over time, enabling the other hosts to take over more frequently. But he still participates from time to time. That's all for today's video. We hope you found some valuable recommendations to enhance your financial journey and hope you liked the video. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. See you in the next video. Thank you.